Today I'm going to be taking you through a full body workout, showing you exercises that will hit every part of your body with just one dumbbell. I have also put this entire workout into a program that you can access for free. You can check that out in the description below. All right, let's get into the first exercise. All right, first up we have a squat. I've got two different variations I'm going to give you. The first is a little tougher. It's the goblet squat. So I'm going to take my dumbbell and hold it in front of me. Now you can hold it pretty much any way that feels comfortable to you. To me, holding it underneath like this, up in front, is going to be the way that I'm going to hold it. Either way, you want it up towards your chest like this, holding it close to your body. And then you're going to go just outside of shoulder width with your feet. And then you're going to go down into the squat and then come back up. Now, the squat form, I'm going to want to make sure that I'm hinging at my hips first. So my hips break, I'm sitting back, keeping the back flat, and I'm going to sit down, weight into my heels, and then press up through my heels all the way up, squeezing my glutes at the top. As I go down, I want to be controlled, and so I want to go slow, squeezing my glutes, squeezing everything, and then squeezing back up. And so it's a slow, controlled movement where I'm using my muscles, contracting them the entire way throughout the whole motion. Now the easier version is going to be a sumo squat. And for this one, I'm gonna get a wider base and just hold the weight from the top and doing the same thing, hinging at the hips first and then the knees follow, going down, touching the ground, and then pressing back up. Now with this one, I wanna make sure that as I'm going down, I'm not reaching to the ground like this, doing more of a deadlift motion. I wanna stay upright, arms are just holding the weight, and I'm squatting and then coming back up. I'm not reaching for the floor with the weight like this. I'm simply squatting, weight in the heels, press back up. Weight in the heels, press back up. All right, this is a single leg Romanian deadlift, and I'm going to be grabbing a little lighter dumbbell for this one. Obviously you can work your way up, but we wanna make sure we get the form first. It does take quite a bit of balance. You can do this near something that you can use as support if you need to. But what we're going to do is simply hold the weight in one hand, and then I'm going to hinge, first getting onto one foot, and then I'm going to hinge forward at the hip, keeping my back flat and leg flat behind me. This leg stays straight. And I'm trying to keep everything as flat as I can, going down as far as I can without bending over. I don't want to do this. I also want to make sure everything's moving together. So as I go down with my upper body, my leg goes back. And then when it comes up together. I'm not doing this and then standing. So try to think of a pole that's attached from the top of your body down to your foot, and everything is stiff and straight together, all attached. All right, this next exercise is a floor press. So I'm going to come down on my back, leaving my feet flat on the ground like this. I'll have my dumbbell ready, and you can use the other arm to help get it up. And all you have to do with this to get it up, especially as it gets heavier, is just get it here, having that arm support it so I can get it into position. Now I'm going to want to keep my shoulder blades pinched to the floor, bring this arm out a little bit. I don't want to be flared way out here, so kind of halfway in between, and I can turn that dumbbell slightly, so about right there, slight angle. And then I'm going to just simply press up and then come back down. Now, like I said, I want to try to keep my shoulder blades pinched to the floor. I don't want to be rounding this shoulder forward like that. Keep it back and down, come down the floor, press back up. Now, if you get to a point where you're using a lot heavier weight, it could be a little tough. You might kind of get pulled over. That's okay if it pulls you down a little bit. Ideally, you want to try to keep this side down, so you could hold another weight here just to help keep your body weight balanced. But it is going to also incorporate core strength, doing one at a time, because you're going to be having to fight your body wanting to turn over. So you squeeze that core, keep it tight as you press up. And then when you're done, bring that arm back here, turn it back down, and you can just drop it down. This exercise is a bent over row. Now, there are several areas where people struggle with performing this exercise, and so I want to go through each step. First of all, I have my weight. I'm going to get a shoulder width stance, and then I'm going to bend, hinging at just the hip, slight bend in the knees, and I want to be hanging down like this. And the biggest thing to start is I don't want to be rounded like this. So I want to keep my back flat. Now, if it helps, you can put this arm on your knee to kind of help support yourself. And then when I'm doing the row motion, I want to just simply squeeze back, shooting the elbow back like this, and really squeezing in the back. Now, a couple things I want to avoid. One, I don't want to be turning like this. I'm not starting a lawnmower. I want to simply squeeze the muscles and go down. So if you have to do that, it's probably a little heavy. I also, at the start of this motion, don't want to do this. I don't want to go here and then pull this up. I want to be using that elbow, keeping the shoulder back the whole time. So try to keep that shoulder back in your starting position so that I'm really using my back and not my shoulder and trap. And then the next thing is I also don't want to be using my bicep. So I'm not doing a curl like this. So I want to make sure that my elbow is leading the way and I'm not doing this right here, because that's going to be all in the bicep. Now, if you need to start to make this a little easier, you can grab something to give you some extra support that you can lean against, and it's going to make it a lot easier. It's a lot easier on your core, and you'll be able to focus on getting the motion down first before adding in the extra core stability that's needed to do it without the support. This next exercise is a lateral raise. Now, if you have something you can hang on like this, even if it's like a door frame or something you can grab, we're going to use it in order to lean away and force you to not be able to use any kind of momentum. You're strictly going to be using your delt right here on the side of your shoulder to be able to lift this weight. Now, if you don't have something you can grab on, you can still just do this standing straight up. We want to really make sure that we're not doing this, using momentum. I'm not leaning like this. And so I want to keep strict form, stay very straight, and just be coming up, trying to really squeeze the shoulder. A couple things with form on this. I want to make sure that everything is pretty level like this. If anything, I could drop the hand down a little like this and really be using the shoulder. What I don't want to do is have the hand coming up above. I'm exaggerating, but I don't want to do this. I want to make sure that if anything, the hand stays lower and the shoulder is what's doing the work here. As far as how bent your arm should be, I don't usually do straight arms for this unless I'm using a really lightweight. It could put a lot of tension on the elbow since that's your hinge point. So I like to have a slight bend to take the pressure off the elbow. You can have as much as a 90-degree bend with this. It does make it a little less work on the shoulder. So somewhere halfway in between seems to be the sweet spot for really getting a good workout on the shoulder, but also taking the pressure off the joint. Again, though, if we can, we'll also hang here like this, making sure I'm actually hanging so that if I let go, I would fall. If I'm just standing here holding this, this isn't doing anything. So I want to actually be hanging, and that's going to even make my shoulder be doing more work because I make sure I can't use any extra momentum for this at all. And so that's going to be the lateral raise. Next up, we have a curl. Now for the curl, I'm going to make sure that my arm starts at my side. As I start to bring this weight up, I'm going to bring it up like this. I'm going to turn that wrist and squeeze all the way up. Now, a mistake that a lot of people make here is when I say squeeze all the way up, you may have noticed this is all the way up. A lot of people think coming all the way up with a curl means coming up here. But you'll notice, look at where my elbow ends up when I do it like that. See how much my elbow is moving? The motion from here to here is all shoulder. It's my front delt that's doing the work there. So there's no added benefit to doing it that way. In fact, it's going to actually take away from my bicep and put more of the work on my shoulder. So I want to make sure keep that elbow tucked back and also tucked to my side as I come up. And I just simply squeeze, not bringing that elbow forward, squeeze up as far as you can with that bicep. and then come back down. Squeeze up all the way, come back down. So there's no motion or movement at this part of the arm. It's all just coming from here to there, and that is it for the bicep. This exercise is the French press or tricep extension overhead. I'm simply going to bring up the weight above me, keeping a straight arm, core tight, and then I'm going to come down, hinging at the elbow, and then I'm going to go all the way as far as I can, and then squeeze back up. Now, a couple things to note. One thing a lot of people tend to struggle with on this is keeping that elbow pointed upwards. They want to kind of drop it out here and do this. So I want to make sure my arm's all the way straight above me to start. If I have to drop down a little lighter in order to get in the right position, then go for it. When I come down, I'm going behind the head. I don't want to hit my head, obviously, but I'm coming down behind the head. I also need to get far enough down, though, and then squeezing straight back up. This part of the arm's not moving, it's staying still. So when I come down, another thing is this is not the full range. So sometimes people will do this. Make sure you get all the way down, all the way back up, all the way down, all the way back up. This exercise is called the Russian twist. I'm going to go ahead and grab my dumbbell, holding it on each end. And then in this position, I'm going to bring my legs up slightly. Now, I don't want to be laying back like this. I'm still sitting up, bringing the feet up, and then I'm twisting from side to side. Now I want to also make sure my arms aren't doing the work. You can see my core is barely twisting here. I could do this all day. What I want to be doing is twisting the core side to side like this. Now if it's a little difficult, you can start with the feet on the ground, doing the same thing. Or obviously you could also lighten the weight or get rid of the weight to start to get your feet up off the ground and then work your way there. I would recommend just starting with the weight, keeping the feet down, doing it this way. You're still going to get a good workout, and then eventually lift up one foot, doing the same thing. You could alternate sides for the same amount on each, and then work your way towards being able to bring your feet off the ground completely. All right, there you have it, a full body workout using just one dumbbell. Now, obviously, in this video, I didn't go over reps, sets, rest times, all of that. That is why I put that full workout program together, and you can access that totally free. You'll also get a 7-day free trial of the training app that I use to train all my clients, and that's also where that program is housed, and so you'll be able to access it there inside the app. Additionally, you'll be able to message me. There's two-way messaging within the app, so we'll be able to communicate back and forth as well. You can ask me any questions that you have. I'd be happy to help you and guide you along the way. And during your 7-day free trial, you'll be able to also see discounted offers on our premium services and other add-ons that we give as well. And so you can check all that out within the app and ask any questions you have. And again, it's completely free for 7 days. So give it a try and see what it's all about. That's it for this one. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.